to spill the beans. We just mutated on Anaki James. Tiger blood, Charlie Sheen. Leadership level like a college dean. Addicted to the truth like crack is to a fiend. The elites killed the American dream. Along with Epstein, let's rage against the machine. Momentum picking up and I'm hardly burning steam. Positivity never makes it mainstream. The country's torn like some Levi James. Cutting the lawn, but I'm barely making greens. Give it to you straight like a laser beam. This fucking reality is not what it seems.
Hey, what's going on, guys? You're watching the Off Topic Show. Right here, we are live. We have breaking news. The latest show is up now on Compound Censored. Make sure you use promo code OFFTOPIC to save 20% off your monthly and yearly subscriptions when you guys subscribe using promo code OFFTOPIC. So many awesome shows on the network, but make sure to show your support for the Off Topic Show by using promo code OFFTOPIC. Today's show will be starting in a couple hours. We'll get more into this, but right now, right here on YouTube, let's talk about man, AI is getting out of hand. But you want to know what also is getting out of hand? Don Lemon. Yeah, the guy that used to be on CNN, but he's fallen off the wagon. So he wants to add to all the division. Listen, guys, 18 U.S. Code 248, freedom of access to what is this? Clinic entrances. You know, basically what we're seeing right here, folks, Don and a bunch of anti-ICE pros, they went into a church. They started antagonizing people, harassing people, probably illegal Somalians. You know what? Let me start at the beginning, but when I get to the end, I'm going to stop. But first, let me show you this. A bunch of Somalians going right into a Christian church. I'm sorry that I'm getting a little animated, but this shit's bullshit. Look at this.
Your house, the train you want to get your house.
Now, listen, I do just want to say this. Jake Lang or Long, the guy who says he's a Christian, but he goes out and provokes, that guy's an asshole too. All these people, listen, from Don Lemons to Jacob Langs to Nick Shirley's to Nick Sorters to Nick Fuentes's, a lot of Nicks. They're all pushing us against each other so they can, anyway, don't give in, don't get caught up in the crossfire. But all these people are weasels. All these people are losers. All these people don't care about you. But let me go play you this video of these Somalians going. Could you imagine if some Christians went into a Somalian synagogue or whatever they do? Or not synagogue. Could you imagine if a bunch of Christians went where Somalians were praying and went in and did this shit? And then you got these white knights, these guys that are trying to get clicks and views that are white, putting down their fellow brother. Anyway, let me just play the video. Let me just play the footage.
Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good! Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities? I'm not going to comment. You have no comment, exactly. Say your name! Say your name! Renee Good! Renee Good! Freedom! We have a duty to win! We have a duty to win! We must love and support one another!
I just want to pause it right here. Yeah, Nick Fuentes is coming out pro-Epstein now. Do you understand it's a psychological operation, folks? Everybody has a damn phone in their hand. We're in the digital age of information, and there's no leaders. You have to lead yourself, believe in God, and have faith that everything is going to work out. But you best believe me, they're all pushing us towards one another. I don't care. Left, right, it ain't right. It's about doing what's right and walking towards the light, mofos. Look at all these people going into the church chanting. They're hive mind losers. MK Ultra'd out. How dare you? Listen, I don't like mega churches as much as the next guy, but I don't think this is a mega church. And how dare you? How dare you walk into a church on Sunday where people are praying and you go in there and you harass these kids, you harass these men and women, you harass the preacher, you sick scum. Now, see, this is what they want. They want us mad. So Trump will do the Insurrection Act. They want us mad. Listen, we don't have to push for an Insurrection Act. We just have to push for accountability. And when you go into a church, listen, man, I don't know. Look at Don. Hey, listen, let me just pause it. Let's go to Don Lemon. He knows what he's doing for clicks and views. Look at this guy. He's a grown man. And look what he does to this preacher right here. Look at this. Oh my God. I'm trying not to pop a blood vessel right now. Look at this.
It was shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
But there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
okay, but listen, we live there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
Yeah. We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Please don't push me though. Please wait, what did you just say? What did you just say?
We're here to worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them?
We're here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus?
We're here.
Very respectful. Please don't push me though. Be very respectful. Please don't push me though.
He's not pushing you, dude. You're right in his personal space. You dick. Your storm is. You encourage these illegal Somalians because let's be honest, they're probably illegal. And you encourage people to go into this same, you encourage them to go in there and you're getting right up to the preacher and you're telling him, don't push you. Look at you. Look at you. This is the victim, the woe is me mentality. Yo, Don, hang it up. Trying to paint this guy like a bad guy. You're trying to paint the preacher as a bad guy because you're getting right up in there. You're not even listening to him, Don, or Don, whatever the hell your name is. You're not even listening to him. He's talking about the word of Jesus, and damn it, dude. I like to think I'm more of a spiritual person than anything else, but hey, last time I checked, somebody talking about Jesus Christ is far from life-threatening. People talking about Jesus, sorry that I'm not going to get onto the fear wagon. But when I see people talking about Jesus Christ, the last thing I think is some evil, vile people. I'm talking the real ones. I'm talking real Christians, the real ones that, you know what I mean? Not the mega church, not the Austin or Olstein or whatever that mega church asshole is. I'm not talking to him. This guy seems very genuine. And the fact that Don would say, don't push me, dude. Get out of here, bro. You're the one inciting all this.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to chronicle what happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to.
You're not a Christian. You're not a Christian. And you're not there to worship. Look at him. He has to worry about he has to protect the people of his church. People are storming in there. You don't know what they're going to do. Allah Akbar and blow it up. You don't know. Honestly, you don't know. With all the rhetoric from Tim Walz and the mayor of Minneapolis, you don't know what somebody's going to do. So yeah, he asked you nicely, get the hell out. And now you want to come off like, oh, you don't want us in here? Nah, bro. I don't want you in here. When we have little kids over there crying, wanting to connect with the Lord, and here you are, using your words like a damn sword. You damn loser. And then here he is. Look. Look at this video too. Look at this. Some people just can't listen, guys. It's not being a dick move. People from third world countries, a lot of them, that don't even know how to operate a damn phone. We don't need them in the USA. You don't need them in first world countries. Let's be honest. Not even this. Listen, you could take the dumbest person in America and they would still be smarter from somebody from Somalia. Now you can get mad, but it's the truth. You can take, listen, you could take the guy out in the West Woods of West Virginia who's, you know, like, you know, that one family in West Virginia where they're all mutated and shit because the family genes have been so. Even one of those people are still smarter than the whole anybody from Somalia, bro. But look right here. Look what Don is doing. Look at this.
What's going to happen here? When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street, you start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the Civil Rights Movement was about, the Civil Rights Movement was about these very kinds of protests. And for some reason, in our modern era, people think that
this isn't about civil rights, you damn moron. These are illegal aliens. Get them hell up. You guys, this isn't about civil rights. Let ICE do their job. Film ICE all you want. But when you interfere with ICE and then you get shot in the face, whose fault is it? I mean, dude, listen, I don't want nobody to get hurt, but let the people do their job. And this isn't about civil rights. You know, I was telling my friends the other day, listening to classic 50s and 60s music, Black and White Brothers, you know, doo-wop, 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 and how everybody liked them for their soul music. And then after they got done performing, probably their black brothers had to deal with some shit. Listen, the whole Civil War, the civil rights, if it wasn't for white people, listen, if it wasn't for white people marching along beside black people, you really think civil rights, you really think blacks would have the same? No, it was whites marching with their fellow brother. It was a melting pot of everybody marching together with their brother. If it was just blacks, nothing would have got done. It was the fact it was blacks and whites making rebel gray. It was the fact that the white brother didn't want his black brother to get knocked down. But let's go ahead and prop illegal aliens, illegal Somalians. Let's try to equate it to the civil rights movement when blacks were getting, shut up. This is simple, small-minded mentality. Just because Somalians are black, you want to go ahead and tack on and say it's the same as civil rights? It's not. Illegal aliens have to go. The fraud, you committed fraud, you got to go, and you have to go to jail. And there's white people committing fraud within the Somalian community. What I mean is people within the Somalian community, a lot of them are committing fraud. But also, there are some white people within that are allowing it to happen. Tim Walsh, Jacob Frey. So don't get it twisted that it's just Somalians. No, there's some whites too. But they're the one, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted like a titty. But Don right here, he has a platform. Don knows what he's doing. He's pushing hate. He's pushing fear. And he's walking into a Christian church claiming he's a Christian when he's antagonizing the preacher. Listen, you might think I'm a little over animated, but I'm not. I'm being honest. It looks like Don. Listen, we don't want Don to get arrested. You want to know why? This is what Don wants. He wants to get arrested. He wants the DOJ to go after him. It's going to incite more violence. That's why. Why do you think all these left-wing and right-wing people are there? Nick Sorter got his camera gear stolen. Let me show you this. Nick Sorter got his camera gear stolen. But Nick Sorter is also an idiot. Hold on. I just want to. Nick Sorter got his camera gear stolen. Look at this. Look.
Hey, get. What did she just do? Fucking.
Oh, shit. Okay, it's okay.
So Nick Sorter gets his camera gear stolen. But whose fault is this, Nick? Whose fault is all this, huh? What are you doing, Nick? You're working with the Trump administration to push the Insurrection Act. Let's be honest, Nick. You're not there, journalism. These people are unhinged, Nikki. You're there just to push the flames. You're an arm of the Trump administration. Let's be honest. You don't care about Minnesota. You're not a real journalist, Nikki. And the reason why they're stealing your shit, you know they're loony. But you're all part. You're no different than Don. You're no different than Don on the left. You're on the right, and you're just trying to incite mass division. Who are you kidding? And what about that Jacob Lang? Remember him, guys? Remember Jacob Lang? I'll be talking about that today on the podcast. Lang. Hold on, where's that? Just Jacob, wake up. Put on a little bit of Jacob. This guy. This guy right here. Remember him?
Let me go. Just go. Just go. Let him go, y'all.
The guy goes to Minnesota. He talks about burning the Koran. You don't think that's going to piss people off? Hey, you're talking about burning the Koran, dude. You don't think that's going to piss people off, man? Like, I don't understand. We're supposed to feel bad for Jake Lang, who deliberately went there to burn the Koran to piss people off, and he comes off as a Christian. The same Jacob Lang, when Austin Metcalf, remember Austin Metcalf, the white kid that died? Remember when Jacob Lang jumped into the crime scene and filmed the blood of Austin Metcalf for clicks and views? You know, Jacob Lang is trying to get in our minds, and he's doing a good job. He's running for Marco Rubio's seat in Florida. Marco Rubio. There's a Senate seat up for grabs, and Jake Lang is using the fact that he was a J6er. Jake Lang is trying to be so provocative so he can try to let us know about him so he can win that seat. It's all about power. What I'm trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen that are watching this video, don't get it twisted. There's people on the left and people on the right wanting what? Trump to push for this insurrection act so he can have the military go in so they cannot, dude. Anyway, well, I'm not trying to get too off topic, but they're all working together. Even if they're not buddy-buddy, they're all working together. The deep state, the people pulling the strings like Geppetto behind the scenes, this is exactly what they want, so don't give it to them. But when you listen to Don Lemon right here talking about civil rights, give me a damn break.
Protest, you got to be, cordoned off to a certain area, and, what time you can protest. Look, there's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt. It's to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make people uncomfortable in these times. If you see how uncomfortably and how harsh people are being treated on the streets, you have to be willing to go into places and disrupt and make people uncomfortable.
What do you think of this? I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful.
You hear him? You have to make people feel uncomfortable, folks. This is a grown man, by the way. This is a grown man that has American privilege. This is a grown man that hides behind his race, hides behind the fact that he loves men, which it doesn't matter that he likes men, but he uses that. Think about listen, my uncle's brother died in San Francisco in the 80s. He was murdered for being gay. You think Don Lemon cares about anybody that was gay back in the day that paved the way for Don Lemon, especially if they were white? Hell no. You think he cares? You think some of these black social justice warriors really care about MLK walking through Selma or whatever that? You think they really care? No, they don't care. They have trauma. They're programmed. It's not black versus white, brother. It's black and white making rebel gray, brother. And I just, anybody who can think outside the box knows this is all bullshit. But look for clicks and views. Look what this guy's doing.
See all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No! Jesus would dine with immigrants. Do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Hey, you can't.
You are a fake Christian. Why are you not?
Okay, are we really this stupid? Your uncle's brother, so also your uncle? No. Wait, my uncle's. I guess no. So my dad's sister married a guy, which is my uncle. That guy has a brother. That guy's not my uncle. What are you talking about? My dad's sister marries a dude. That's my uncle. That guy has a brother. That's not my, dude, you're confusing me. Wait, are we really this stupid? Is it me? Wait, what? My aunt and uncle, if my uncle has a brother, that's not my uncle? Oh my God. Is this guy, wait, I'm confused. Is he messing with me? Can somebody tell me in the chat, if my uncle, dude, his brother ain't my uncle? Man, I'm confused. Uncle, grandpa, oh man. Anyway, look at this guy. Look. That's not my uncle too. What? My dad's sister marries a guy. Dude, my dad's sister marries a guy. The guy's my uncle. His brother ain't my uncle. Dude, anyway, this, you know what? You see this guy right here? You see this guy? You see this guy going to the church? Look what this guy's doing. You can't just go into it. Listen, I'm getting too off topic. Uncle-in-law. Okay, the point is this is ridiculous. Let me go finish this video because this is really ridiculous.
Standing with your Somali and Latino communities. Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this attack on humanity? Where are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians. But we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Shame. Out now. Out now. Living real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real comfortable, aren't you? Shame on you. Do something. Stand with the Somalis. Stand with the Latinos. Quit ignoring this injustice. He wears a suit and tie, and he...
Can I just ask something real quick? Let's say this guy is correct, which he's not. They're not concentration camps, not by a long shot. So let's just pause the button right there. But let's just say, hey, listen, let's just say for the sake of the conversation, this guy's right, which he's not. Going up to people and yelling at them, that's your technique? I'm just saying, like, let's say the guy's right, which this guy is not right. This guy is totally wrong. Hey, listen, this guy is totally out of his mind. But let's just say for the sake of the conversation, let's just say for the conversation, what he's saying is true. You're going to go up to people and yell in their face to demand them to listen to you. You understand? This guy needs more attention than a middle child in a Mormon family. I mean, what the hell?
He hangs out with Kristi Noem. How is that a Christian? You're supposed to accept all immigrants, are you not? Why are you not going down to Whipple and joining us in protest against this inhumanity? You claim to be a Christian, act like one.
See, all these people are losers. They're a wannabe social justice warrior. All these people, and if you're watching this and you're one of these people too, you're a loser. The fact of the matter is, people like this guy know their time is coming. When they're in the ground, nobody's going to remember them. So they go out and they try to be some social justice warrior because nobody gives a crap about them. They're losers. They're going out there to intimidate people because they think it's cool. This guy is going to be forgotten. When he passes away, when he's 6 feet in the ground, he's just going to be dust in the wind in the end. Just like so many of these sheeple people, so many of these NPCs, so many of these damn lemmings that don't have a connection with God. This is what the deep state wants. These people have been programmed out. They want people like this to go after Christians, after anybody who can. Listen, this is all being done purposely, folks. This is the eroding away of the mind of the individual and pushing them towards a collective hive mind where they can't think of any original creative thoughts. This guy is a robot. This guy hasn't been on YouTube like me for 20 years. You know, I always like talking about that. I always like bringing up the fact that I've been on YouTube for 20 years because all these people right here are losers. They don't do this because they love it. They don't do it because they have a passion. They do it for clicks and views, and those are all losers in my opinion. That's why I am not from the same thread like these losers. These losers think they're going out doing a mission. They're doing a disservice for their whole community when they go out and act this way. This is a grown man child. He's mentally unhinged and he needs to be taken to prison. He needs to be taken to prison or put in one of those white jackets, because this is what they would have done. Now, we don't need the Insurrection Act. We don't need martial law. We just need the police to do their job. We don't need no Insurrection Act. So before we go, I want to read something to you guys that somebody posted that shows the grim state that we're going into. But no, we don't need martial law. No, we don't need the Insurrection Act. We just need police to act. Police in these liberal sanctuary cities, we just need them to do their job. And we need all these journalists, Don Lemons, Nick Sorters, to stay the hell out of the way. Stay on the sidewalk and film, but they're no different. Don and Nick Sorter, sorry, Nick, you got your gear stolen. I don't feel bad for you, Nikki, because you're working with Fox News and you're working with Donald Trump. So I don't feel bad for you, bro. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have everybody know who you are and want the money and fame and then say, woe is me, boy who cried wolf, when these illegal Somalians steal your gear. They're out for you, bro. But you did it. Nobody made you want to go cover the story, Nikki. You're the one that wanted to do it. So you have to fucking be a man here, Nick. All these people want to talk about conservatives being masculine, being the definition of what a man is. But then when people like Nick Sorter get pushed by Elizabeth Warren, they want to cry like a little bitch. So go out there and film ICE and film what these rioters are doing. But stop being a little girl. Can all you guys stop being a little kid? Who are you kidding? They're all the same is what I'm saying, folks. They're all the same. Don't get it twisted. The Dons and the Nick Shirleys, they're all the same. Stop letting your emotions get to you. Now, let me read to you right now. Let me read before we end this and before I start my podcast, which, by the way, guys, today's podcast is starting soon over on Compound Censored. I want to make sure you guys know we're starting an early episode today. Make sure you guys use promo code OFFTOPIC to save 20% off your monthly and yearly subscriptions when you guys subscribe using promo code OFFTOPIC. There's so many awesome shows on the network, but make sure to show your support for the Off Topic show by using promo code scrolling below, Off Topic, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern. You can catch us live. Get the app for Roku, Android, and iPhone. Now, before we leave, I want to leave us with something that I think is the truth. I want to leave us with something that I think is the truth. Let me show you. This is what I think is going to happen, so you guys better buckle up. If I don't mention this, I'm going to feel like I'm not doing my job as a human being. Let me tell you guys what I think is going to happen before we leave. This is from Health Ranger. InfoWars is now reporting that insider sources say Trump will declare the Insurrection Act next week. This is right on schedule. Trump will declare it. The radical left will amp up their uprising. ICE will be told to start shooting people even more who resist. This will be, by design, result in a domestic civil war situation brewing hot across 20-plus U.S. cities by summer months, at which point Trump will deploy the U.S. military to oversee the midterm elections, citing safety concerns for the public. This will stop the Democrats from cheating, and if this takes place as I expect, the Dems will do horribly in the election since they can only win by cheating. The cost of this operation? Blood in the streets of America, civil revolt. And if Trump doesn't arrest the blue city mayors and blue state governors who pushed the revolt, then everything just reverts back to Democrats' control a few years later. And the entire Trump family goes to prison. So what you're really seeing here, my analyst, not my endorsement, this is Health Ranger saying this, he says, is a final tribal war for control over America, where Democrats want a giant money laundering machine and a censorship regime that destroys the Bill of Rights, and Trump wants a big tech, big pharma regime that surveys the American people, achieves depopulation through jabs and toxic medications, and keeps everybody in line with the federal agent on the street demanding, show me your papers. The tyranny, let me go ahead. Got one little bit. Let me show you. Got the other little bit right here. One more. Not done. If this goes ahead and lets me collect it. If not, I'll just read it if it doesn't go. All right, then I'll just go ahead and read it because I have one more little part of this that we have to finish. The tyranny will continue until the dollar collapses. No matter who sits in the White House, the nation is now under tribal control more than ever, and the tribes wearing the two Godzilla monsters wrecking the cities and stomping over the people try to steer clear as the battle rages. So the point that I'm trying to make is, folks, the point I'm trying to make, steer clear. Don't let this get you all wound up. Don't let it get you all bent out of shape, but there is an agenda going down. I say it all the time. But please, do not get caught up in the damn crossfire. Be aware, have your head on a swivel, but understand we're going to go through some dark ages. Now, Donald Trump is doing exactly what the New World Order wants. As Canada moves closer with China, as the EU says, well, then buy America. As America isolates itself, one would have to think that we're doing exactly what the New World Order wants. Donald Trump, we can have as many military bases on Greenland if we desire. They're our homies. They're our bros. If China and Russia are in the Atlantic Ocean up there in the you know, up in the north, up around Greenland, doing all this submarine stuff, then why don't we start building military bases and do exercise operations, flying and Navy fleets around that part of the Arctic? Why do you need such a big piece of land? It's all for minerals, and this is all for the New World Order to push us, kind of like how, remember how we all used to be together, all the continents? Remember how all the continents used to be together, and then, was it Pangea or something? Sorry, I went to a small school, but we all split apart. This is all pushing. What Donald Trump is doing is pushing us towards the New World Order, folks. Hey, but guess what? I'm from an old generation. I'm from the generation where you make videos with your friends, not videos for clicks and views. But I want to tell you right now, before we end today's show, I make these videos because I feel like it's what I have to do. I don't have an agenda, folks. I just want you guys to know, don't get all wrapped up in this shit. All right? Your mental health is what's important. Joe Biden said last year, or the year before last, remember F-15s, F-16s? You know what I mean? Joe Biden, they don't have to come for your, they're not coming for your guns, guys. It's a mental war, bro. Scott Adams, before Scott Adams passed away, what did Scott Adams say? The people on the left are MK Ultra. The people on the right are being fed fake lies, fake news. The only difference between the people on the left and the people on the right is that the people on the right, since they're not being MK Ultra and they're not totally programmed, there is a silver lining that people on the right that are sucking Trump dick. I'm talking about the people that are really sucking Trump dick. There is a silver lining for these people because some of them, and most of them will, eventually wake up to this whole illusion. Majority of the people on the left cannot wake up because this is something done at the CIA government level, and it's been done through decades. So Scott, this is Scott Adams' words, not mine. Rest in peace. He was just saying that even though both sides are getting played, the people on the right, however, the silver lining is it's all being led through, you know, alternative content creators and all this kind of, there's still hope. The point that I'm making, there's still hope for the people on the right to wake up and do what's right and understand that Donald Trump is a part of the deep state. You got Nick Fuentes, who's coming out being pro-Epstein now. You got little Nicky, who's pro-Jew now. Little Nicky, who's taking money by big pockets. Little Nicky, who's doing what Erica Kirk's doing and pushing Christians towards Judeo-Christian values. Turning Point USA was hijacked. And my conspiracy opinion is, as J.D. Vance right now is eating out Erica Kirk's pussy in the... J.D. Vance is eating out Erica Kirk's pussy right now as we speak. He's probably eating out her pussy in the Lincoln Room. And listen, if you don't like that joke, then you're a pussy too. All right? We all know Erica Kirk's getting her pussy eaten out right now. And listen, she's a CEO. If you don't like what I say about a CEO, then go kick rocks, yo. I don't give a hell. She's a mother. No. She's working with J.D. Vance. Charlie Kirk's no longer here. They hijacked the Christian Turning Point USA and turn it into a Judeo-Christian push people towards Israel point. It's been hijacked. And this is all to prop up J.D. Vance for 2028. You guys, I gotta go. But damn it, there is an agenda going down, folks. And we are going to get to the bottom of it one way or another. hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I have to get ready for today's show. I just want to say yet again, the off-topic show, I'm not here picking a side. I just decided that I want to go and look for the truth, and I decided that no matter what, even if it goes against Donald Trump, who I used to like, it doesn't matter, because even my likeness for Donald Trump will not outweigh my what I'm supposed to do, my mission, and that's look for the truth. In the digital age of information, I'm just a middleman to let you know you can trust me, because this is where integrity meets information. Later, guys.
The beams, we just mutated on a knocky James.
Come on.
Blood, Charlie Sheen.
Let's go back. Let's start.
It's time to spill the beans. We just mutated on a knocky James. Tiger blood, Charlie Sheen. Leadership level like a college dean. Addicted to the truth like crack is to a fiend. The elites killed the American dream. Along with Epstein, let's rage against the machine. Momentum picking up and I'm hardly burning steam. Positivity never makes it mainstream. The country is torn like some Levi James. Cutting the lawn, but I'm barely making greens. Give it to you straight like a laser beam. This fucking reality is not what it seems.
Hey, listen. Yeah, hey, listen. I don't care. It's all a charade, bro. I don't care. People can keep on jumping on that Trump dick, riding Trump's cock like a pogo stick. I don't care, man. There's millions and millions of people to watch. So what? I'm supposed to change who I am just because people are finally starting to watch? And what? I'm supposed to change who I am and what I stand for just because some people don't like me? All I want you to do is get me those Nancy Pelosi titty pics. Dude, the tit pics you sent me from Nancy Pelosi, those are AI generated, bro. Dude, her titties, I'm pretty sure sag a lot further than that. Listen, I didn't send you $100 for some fake tits, and I sure in the hell didn't send you $100 for some tits of Elizabeth Warren. I sent you... You know, I'm going to have to call you back right now. It looks like this windstorm is getting kind of bad. I'm going to talk to you later. Hey, I just want to say that I don't want to see no Nancy Pelosi. Hey, listen, that was a joke, by the way. Hey, listen, I don't want to see no Nancy Pelosi tits or Paul Pelosi dicks. I just want to let you guys know that's my way of trying to end it with a little happy note. You know what I mean? It was my way to try to end it with a little, you know, not in the live with everybody so pissed off. You know, try to make a little giggle. You know what I mean? Make the brunt of the joke on me. Make you laugh at me. You know what I mean? I don't care. Laugh at me. Go ahead, laugh. But at least you're laughing, right? Instead of you being all pissed off. Oh, he said Nancy Pelosi tits. Come on, man. You know that's funny. Anyway, don't be all pissed off is what I'm saying. Come on. The world's too short for you to be mad. You woke up today. All right. It's 11:11. I got to go. Peace.